Hello and thank you for tuning in to Embrace My Melanin. This is your girl Rochelle, and in today's video, as you saw by the title, and because of all of the recent releases that have been announced and that have been going on for the past week or two, y'all, I am going to do my very first anti-haul, okay? The season is here. It is holiday season. We just hit fall just a week and a half ago, 10 days ago. Fall is here, Thanksgiving is coming, Halloween first, let's not forget about Halloween, and then Christmas. I'm telling you, we have so many releases coming up. I'm not ready for this time of year, but then again, ex-retail worker here, I never am, okay? But if you want to see what I am saying, no, I'm not going to spend my money on that. I'm not going to give the retailers my coins on that, please. Keep on watching. If you have not subscribed to my channel, go ahead and click the subscribe button, okay? And if you like me just a little bit, go ahead and give me a thumbs up, all right? Please and thank you. Okay, so let's go into the very first item that just caught me like a couple of weeks ago, okay? It's by Makeup Revolution and Alexis Stone. They are coming out with two palettes with Alexis. One is a 25 pan palette, if I'm not mistaken. No, excuse me, a 28 pan palette, and the other one is a 7 pan palette. The 28 pan palette is called the Instinct palette, and it will retail for $25, and the Transformation palette will retail for $15. Both are now available at Ulta, okay? The Transformation palette, we're not going to talk about that one. Let's talk about the Instinct palette, okay? Now, the Instinct palette is supposed to be a rainbow palette, and here's the thing. I'm looking at these shades. And I'm just, in my mind, I'm just thinking, that looks like that one looks like that one looks like that one. Like, they look all alike. They don't look any different. Like, you got one row of reds and oranges that look alike. You got another row of greens, they look alike. The row of blues, the first three all look alike. Row of yellow, the two on the top look the same, and then the two on the bottom, they look the same. It's so repetitive. It's very repetitive. So for that one, most definitely, I'm going to have to say no. But if they were very distinct, I would say yes. Make a Revolution, very affordable brand, quality products, love them, okay? But for this palette right here, Alexis, I'm sorry. Makeup Revolution, I'm sorry. This is just a no-go for me. It's just not distinct and different. Okay, so next up, let's go over to Too Faced, okay? Too Faced is coming out with a pumpkin spice and everything nice makeup set, okay? It will retail for $46. It is available now. It will come with a pumpkin spice eyeshadow palette, the Better Than Sex mascara, and also a pumpkin spice ultra plush lip gloss, okay? All right, so the first thing I thought about this palette was, okay, is this anything close like the gingerbread spice palette, that palette? And I'd had to take a look at it, and I can honestly say that it's not. I mean, they have some colors that are just a little reminiscent from that palette, but they're not exactly the same. So there is a distinct difference between the two palettes. I will say that. However, looking at these colors, no. Too Faced, unfortunately, it seems like with their holiday palettes, it's usually, in the beginning when I very first started getting into makeup, I always got excited to see what Too Faced came out with, because their packaging is A1 bomb, so pretty, so reminiscent of the holidays. But the colors inside of the palette, no. they seem so repetitive. You have the nudes, you might have a brown or two, maybe a red or two, some shimmers, golds, and maybe one or two dark colors. And just looking at it, it's just okay, pretty, but if you have, say, maybe like the last 5, maybe even the last 10, Too Faced palettes, you have these colors, okay? So it's a no for me. Now, one thing I did notice is that the gloss, the Pumpkin Spice Ultra Plush Lip Gloss, I saw that and I was like, oh, now that's pretty. But they're not offering it separate from what I see outside of this set. So I'm not going to spend $46 on a lip gloss. A lip gloss and a mascara. So yeah, that's a no for me. Sorry, Too Faced. Not sorry. They just need to get better. I mean, they are just so hit and miss. But I digress. Anyway, let's go back to Too Faced. Okay, Too Faced and Madonna are doing a collaboration. Now, let me say this. Madonna is just always iconic, okay? Grew up listening to her, love her music. Just do, okay? She will forever be an icon, okay? Despite how her body may have some choices that might, despite that, they made a collaboration with Too Faced with her, okay? Okay, now, the Too Faced and Madonna collaboration, okay? It has 2 makeup kits available, each retailing for $65, okay? One kit is called the I Rise set, and the I Rise has an eyeshadow and blush palette, a chocolate brownie pencil, brow pencil, okay, the Better Than Sex mascara, and the Sell Out melted matte lipstick, okay? And then we also have the, I'm gonna try to pronounce it right, okay? The Metaline set, which comes with the eyeshadow and highlighter palette, the Damn Girl mascara, the Better Than Sex eyeliner, and the Lady Balls melted matte liquid lipstick, okay? Now, looking at the sets, okay, and looking at the packaging with the sets, okay, I see where they were going, okay? You have 2 very distinct pictures of Madonna on each package, okay? And I could see what they were trying to do. They were trying to use some of their products to reinvent these looks. You know, a bold red lip, a very muted but still very beautiful mauve lip, you know, and then you have the blush and the highlighter on one and the colors in the eyeshadow palette. I get the concept. I get how they were trying their best to make it like, you know, this is what you use to look, get this look that Madonna had, and these are our favorite pictures and all that. I get that. However, it's not, there's nothing that excites me about it. You know, when I think Madonna, I'm thinking, you know, the Blonde Ambitions tour, and I mean, I'm thinking iconic, daring, you know, something different, you know. This isn't. It just isn't, and it's just very disappointing because it's Madonna. And I know Too Faced, I know they could bring something better, but these shades, I mean, shoot, I'm pretty sure you have these shades in other palettes and other Too Faced palettes. That blush, I know y'all have that blush. You know, that highlighter, chances are you have that too. And these, y'all have all this. Y'all have all of this, okay? I know I do. So, nah, it's a no. Too Faced, come on. Come on. All right, so Colorpop. Colorpop is coming out with a continuation to their cohesive little palettes, okay? And this is the Lilac palette. It's called Lilac You a Lot. This is cute. I like you a lot, okay? However, okay, when I first saw this palette, I was like, ain't y'all brought this out already? Right? No? Y'all brought this out? But they have brought out another purple toned palette, okay? And that one was the My Pleasure palette. It's My Pleasure palette, something like that. That one came out and I was like, okay, isn't this the same palette? It's not the same palette. However, looking at them side by side as I am right now, I would get the It's My Pleasure palette before I got the Lilac palette. The Lilac palette, even though pretty, it's It seems just a little bit more cool in some of their shades, okay? A little bit more icy with some of their shades. Whereas the It's My Pleasure palette, the colors are more deep, more rich, something that'll pop more just on my melanated skin, okay? Not something that will be icy on my skin. I will say that, okay? So even though it's just $12, nah, I'm gonna have to skip on that palette. Okay, so next up, let me take my spanking, because I know some of y'all probably gonna be like, okay, I get it, okay? Next up, we have Rihanna's Fenty Beauty, okay? Now, she is coming out with highlighters. There's one that is the Diamond Bomb 2. It is a diamond dusted holographic pink sparkle highlighter for your face and your body, okay? And she also has the liquid diamond balm and a roll-on, okay? It's a liquid 3D glitter for your face and your body. Now, don't get me wrong. I love me some Riri. I love Fenty. I think they ain't stopping. She ain't stopping, and that is an amazing thing. I love her. However, no to this. Let's start with the roll-on, okay? I saw the picture of one of the models and her wearing it. She's much more melanated, deep, rich, just woo, sister than me, and it was on her body and it was just on her face, and she was just glowing and shining bright. Yes, like a diamond. And all I could think in my head is, I can't pull that off. I was like, that, like, number one, too much glitter. Glitter? A 3D glitter. Maybe it's me, but the glitter thing for me got really old, I think, by the time I turned 11. And I'm being generous with that age. I think it maybe happened when I was 10, okay? Glitter, why glitter? Shimmer, I get all day long. Highlight on point, you know what I'm saying? I get shimmers. Glitter? No. And I understand the Diamond Bomb, the highlight, press highlight. That would probably intrigue me just a little bit. I would really have to swatch it. But if it's, and this is one thing about Rihanna's highlighters, they could be very, very just chunky. They can be just chunk full of glitter, and it could be just a little bit too much. That's my opinion. Roast me if y'all just Riri lovers. I get it. I love Riri too, but no. Sorry. Okay, so next up we have Kylie Cosmetics. She's coming out with the Kylie and Balmain, if I'm saying that right, Balmain collection, okay? The collection consists of a eyeshadow palette, a 9-pan eyeshadow palette for $42, a Paris matte lip kit for $29, and a model behavior high gloss for $16. If you wanted the whole entire collection, you could get it for $75, which would save you a little bit of money. If I'm not mistaken, when I did my math, I think you would be saving like $12 if you brought the whole kit together, as far as the whole collection together, as opposed to buying them individually. You would save about $12, okay? Or if you wanted just the lip bundle, that would be $38 for the 3 products themselves, okay? Now, the lip gloss had me a little intrigued because it is a gloss. I'm a sucker for glosses. I'm not going to say I'm not, okay? However, I'm not going to get any of it. The reason being, does this palette remind you of anything that might be familiar with these shades and these colors? Not a dead-on dupe, but it looks very, very familiar to another palette that came out not that long ago, but enough for you to be like, really? So this is dead on, not absolute dupe, but a bad knockoff of Julius Place's the Douce, I believe it was called, palette. That palette, I went back and forth about getting that particular palette, so which is, that one is much prettier than Kylie's palette with Balmain. It's, I mean, come on, I would, no, ain't even worth my time, my money. Why would I spend $42 on your palette when I could get Julius, the better edition of your palette that came out, what, like a year or so ago? Why would I get your palette for $42 when I could get their palette for $20? Bigger pans and bigger product. Kylie says, stop it. Stop it. But let's go right on over to Julius, okay? Julius, they just recently came out with the Warrior 3 palette, okay? Now, I'm looking at this palette. All of the colors are beautiful. I know Julius brings out some really quality palettes. I haven't been disappointed by any of them yet. However, when I look at this palette, one of my goals when I buy just about any palette is to use said palette. Not for me to pull another palette just to get a color, you know? And with this particular palette, I feel like I would be reaching always for something else, okay? Now, I have seen some girls on Instagram, they have done some bomb looks with this palette, okay? I'm just embracing color. I'm just embracing color, okay? So for me, I know good and well that I would not do this palette any justice. I mean, it's beautiful, but for me, it's not cohesive enough for me to be like, I can use all this in one look and I can do it every single day and pop, 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 pop. Okay, it's beautiful. Beautiful. You have to be a true artiste. No, I'm not. I wish I was. I really wish I was, but I'm not. Trying to get there. Don't know if I ever will, but I think it's beautiful. But it's just not for me. Personal preference. Hey, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? Okay, so Manny MUA is coming out with a palette with his brand Lunar Beauty. Okay, I believe that's how you, I want to say Lunar so bad, but it's Lunar Beauty, okay? And let me say this first. Disclaimer, I'm always giving a disclaimer. I love Manny. I love his channel. I love his content. I like him. I've been watching him for years, okay? However, with this particular palette, I just feel like with this particular palette, and I see some of the looks that he has going on with some of the models that he has here and everything, and it's beautiful. I just don't, they're just so, the mattes, let me put it like that. The matte colors are just so pastel. They're like a pastel pink, a pastel blue, a pastel lime yellow. Let's see here. That looks like a purple, you know, and then they have maybe one or two. They have one brown and one nude shade and some other shimmer shades, okay? Now, whereas the palette is pretty, I'm just looking at it, I'm not feeling it. I'm looking at it and I'm like, no. And like I said, I see him with his models here and I'm thinking, okay, pretty. However, why am I not feeling it? I get it, the Halloween theme that they're going for and everything, and it could really probably really work. I mean, I see him inside here with a green smoky look. Is so freaking pretty with the green shimmer lid, and everything is absolutely beautiful. But there's something about this palette that makes me say nah. I don't know, maybe it's, I feel like it's maybe more of a springtime palette than a than a fall Halloween time. I don't know. I'm just looking at it and I just Last but not least for this anti-haul, okay? Y'all know I had to talk about this. Maybe you didn't, but I'm gonna mention it. Anastasia Beverly Hills. Let's talk, okay? So y'all are coming out with this Novena palette series or collection, okay? And I truly just want to know what y'all thinking with these colors and the palettes. Now, let's roll down the line, okay, with all three, okay? Number one, the purple palette is what I call it. It's the Novena Volume 1, and it has purple packaging and all that jazz. And when I first saw this come out, the first thing I thought was, okay, is it like the original Novena palette? Is it like that one? And it's not. It's close in the purple, you know, pinkish theme, but it does have some distinct differences, okay? But then you get to the bottom two rows, and then it's like what happened with the last two rows? But it's like, okay, it's like not good, but not bad. Okay? It's like, where were you going with the last two rows? That's all I can say about that particular one. And when I first saw it, I was like, nah, I'm not going to get it. Nah, I didn't get the first Novena palette, even though I was really tempted with some of the tutorials I saw. I was like, wow, that's really pretty. Okay? But then I saw this and I was like, okay, where are they going? I don't know. Then 2 weeks later, after they released the original Volume 1, they came out with Volume 2. Volume 2 made me want to go and run and get Volume 1, because Volume 2 is just like, what happened? Okay? Volume 2, which I call the blue-green palette, okay? It has a bunch of blues, greens, a couple of yellows, some browns, a black, and 2 pops of pink inside there, okay? And maybe 1 gray. Weird, okay? And I'm looking at this palette and I'm like, you want me to spend $60 not only just on the first one, but on the second one too? Then 2 weeks after that, they came out with the orange palette, Novena Volume 3. This one, okay, so this one made just a little bit more sense. Just a little bit. I look at this palette and I'm thinking, okay, this reminds me of fall, spring. The colors, it has the oranges, it has a couple of greens. Why do these greens look like they were repeated from the number 2? They had a couple of yellows. Why do these yellows look like they were repeated from the 1 and the 2? You know, you have a purple. That purple looked like it was in number 1. You know, but it's pretty. It's pretty. However, the reason why I'm not going to buy none of these, not none of them, I think more than anything, for me, it's the, okay, you brought Jackie's palette out, okay? And I'm going to be very open about this one. I was very on the fence on whether or not I was going to get Jackie's palette, okay? With eyeshadow palettes, it's ooh, or it's nah, fam, I'm not getting that. I've never been strictly just straddled with whether or not I was going to get an eyeshadow palette, but Jackie's on was one of them, okay? Number one, automatically off the rip, I want to support, because she is a melanated woman of color who has been doing her thing here on YouTube for years. So of course, I want to support. However, I went inside the store and I swatched it so many times, and it's like, okay, I like it, but, and then I walk away, and then I see another review, and I'm like, ooh, and then I go up and I look at it and I swatch it, and I'm like, Then I walk away, look at something else, like, and look at other palettes that are coming out and compare it to Jackie's palette, and then I'm like, ooh, let me go get it, and then I like stall yet again. I'm so straddled that I just need to pull the trigger on whether or not I want to get it, and I think I might. Especially considering these 3 palettes that just came out by ABH. It's like, why are they pushing these so hard? Why aren't you letting people see the number 1, okay, let it breathe, and then maybe at the top of the year, or at least at the end of the year, come out with the number 2, and then because the number 3 is nice and it's so very, it's that fine tone between fall and spring. The colors are, and it's very, very pretty. However, why are you bringing these all out back to back? If there's another Novena palette coming, it's going to launch probably this week or next week by the time y'all see this video, okay? I'm not getting why. It just does not make any sense. Y'all didn't let Jackie's palette just have its little run. It's breathe. It's, yes, I'm going to go get sis palette. Okay, not before you bring out 3 more. Like, what's going on? I don't get it. I don't get it. Now, I gave the number 1 and the number 2 just a hard, just no. But when you brought out the number, why are you overwhelming us with these Novena palettes? I don't get it. Purple, blue, green, and orange. I don't know. It's y'all, I don't know why. It's shenanigans. But needless to say, chances are, after doing this, yeah, I'm gonna go get Jackie's palette, okay? But that is it. That is all for this anti-haul. Please let me know, guys, if you guys are going to get anything that I mentioned that I'm not going to get, because chances are y'all gonna get maybe a couple more anti-hauls before this end of this year, because wow, they're just throwing stuff at us, and it's a lot. So I'm gonna have a lot of videos coming your way on what I'm not gonna buy, what I'm gonna buy, anti-hauls, and all the other shenanigans, and also a few hauls, one I'm about to film right after this video, okay? But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys enjoyed me. Please remember to give me a thumbs up, and if you like me just a little bit, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, okay? I will see you guys in the next video. Remember to stay beautiful, stay blessed. Leave the comments down below on what you're gonna buy, and hey, see if you could change my mind on some of these things, because I straddle that fence sometimes, but on some of these, Kylie, no, I'm not gonna get them. So for a lot of these, especially ABH and Kylie, it's just a strong no. Have a beautiful, blessed night, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.